Welcome to another episode of Entrepreneurs on Fuego. We're documenting the journey of, I was going to say amazing, but then I thought incredible.
Yeah.
And then I just started going with all these adjectives in my head, and I just got like, with this, I mean, incredible.
Incredible, amazing. That's a new word.
That's a new word. We just created a new word. Alisa Glutz.
Alisa Glutz.
Color my credit. Yes. You've got a phenomenal marketing idea, and we'll get to that here in a little bit.
Yeah.
But color me credit.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about.
Okay. Well,
what that is all about.
I've been a mortgage.
By the way, fire red, man. We're just in Fuego today.
I was like, how should I dress? What's in Fuego in here? Okay, that's
120 degrees, man.
Gotta have your flame. Yeah. Flame wings. So I've been a mortgage banker locally here in Arizona for 14 years, and I was with everyone, you know, in the height of it all, watching them buy homes.
Good, bad, and ugly.
Good, bad, and then the whole fall, yeah.
Yes.
And you're having clients call you, and you have no idea what to do to help them, and a pretty heartbreaking time.
Yep.
However, then we come back out of this, and now we're about 7 years from the height of the first, the biggest late payments that were hit in this country, you know, which was about third quarter of 2009. We're getting into the 7-year time frame. Well, your credit report is 7 years of from the date of the last late you had. You know, that's it. The stuff stays on your credit report. Right. So 7 years. But people know that, but they don't know that the credit score, especially for a mortgage, is moved mostly by the last 24 months of reported information.
Oh, really?
So the way I color it isn't really, it's funny because it sounds very childish. It's more childlike. I'm just trying to take you to a place where you understand something, where it's like right off the bat, you know, my little tagline is, if you know how to color, you know how to improve your credit. And I want to try to get more people back home again. I thought of the Wizard of Oz and the black and white part of the beginning of the movie where you see this house, you know, the tornado and everything, and it's spinning, and then it lands, and she walks out, and it's just this colorful world, right? She takes the steps, she walks out. And most people just get in the way of themselves, and if they would just take the steps out, then they could bring some light to areas that they think in their head that are too overwhelming or complicated for them.
And what you do through this Lunch and Learns is essentially provide education for these people to
help them get back home again. Maybe it's that they've never, like majority of our country, ever had anybody teach them anything about money. About, you know, we graduate from high school and college and we're thrown into the world, and nobody sat there and said, this is why we pay taxes. This is what kind of insurance you need. This is how you buy a home. This is your credit report. This is how important your credit score is to your building a financial legacy, because it's tied to everything you do, your home insurance, your car, everything, you know.
Financial literacy is one of the biggest challenges that we have in this country.
Absolutely.
Or the lack of, if you will, financial literacy.
Right.
And you're correct. I mean, nobody teaches us to, hey, all right, you're going to get a job, you're going to get a check, and this is what your check is going to say. And there's a FICA here, and all this.
How do you fill out a W-4 from the beginning? Like, how do you fill that out?
Precisely.
You bought a house, how do you change that W-4 so that it adjusts your taxes?
And nobody tells you that. And so what you do, though, is educate people to, again, maybe correct some of the credit or the bad credit that they had in the past, so that you can allow them or have a better chance to get into a house. And
I teach them my little color by number method. I mean, it really is kind of taking them back to kindergarten and saying, remember color by number. Okay, what we do, you're going to print this credit report, and I'm going to teach you how to read the information looking specifically at the dates. The date opened, the date of last activity, the date reported. And by doing that, we black out 90% of the credit report, because it's stuff that doesn't move the score. It's just sitting there for 7 years. When we get down to what is actually in the score circle, the stuff that has reported and has had activity in the last 24 months, it's like 4 or 5 accounts. Much easier to swallow, much easier to know exactly what the plan is on each of those credit accounts to get you to an 800 credit score.
Alisa Glutz with Color My Credit. But what I said at the beginning is that you have a kind of a three-dimensional way to essentially not only help your clients through Color My Credit, but the idea is ultimately, what is the end game, right?
The end game is that they come and use me to purchase a home, and in the meantime, I've earned their trust, and I've earned their loyalty and their family, and I have a client for life, and then they'll want to refer their family and friends and everyone else. It's been 100% by referral. I've built my business from the beginning, and I just want to keep doing that.
the most successful people that have come through the show are those who actually give information as an education for free.
Yep. Insider secrets. Yep.
Right. And look, I'm going to teach you, I'm going to show you the secrets of what I do. And I'm going to give it to you.
I'm going to give it to you free.
I'm going to give it to you free.
Yeah.
Listen, this is good stuff.
Yeah.
Even if you don't use me ever, take this from me.
Right.
And that value creates a bond.
Totally.
And creates trust, so that that individual will come back to you and say, you know what, thank you for giving me this gift. I'm going to go back to you and get a mortgage from you.
I tell people, even the people that I work with and my partners, you know, that my main goal is to make these interactions with my clients transformational and not just transactional. So it's all about trying to find ways that further their life. People won't remember what you say or what you did. I mean, that's a popular quote, but they remember how you made them feel. If you can connect with their pain, which most of people, their pain is that they don't understand what the heck they're looking at. There's just a lot of black and white paper. We need a little color to it.
And it is because we don't understand,
right?
Then we just give up.
It's pride. We don't want to go, why do we pay taxes? Because you don't want everybody to turn around and go, you're not going to be a good catch on Match.com because you don't know about, you know, or whatever the case. It's just too prideful. Everyone's embarrassed.
So that's what happened to me.
Yeah.
All right. So that's why.
Don't post the credit score. No, but I'll tell you what. The sad part is that I could. People want to make it so much more complicated than it is, and I usually, if I can give them 4 or 5 tips and they really follow them, they got it down. They got it down for life. They know how to keep their credit score up. They know what's going to affect it, what's not going to affect it, what to do, what not to do, and it's done. And then they can teach their kids, because the kids don't know.
To have gone through the most horrendous near depression era and come out to do what you do must have been just horrific.
No, but this is my total, ever since I'd say, it's funny because I've been in this business a long time, I've had a lot of success, and I very early on was a producer on Politically Incorrect with Bill Maher back in Hollywood. I mean, I had a lot of success early on in life, but I didn't really feel
there was something
hole
missing
in my soul. Right. Ever since I put all my energy on really doing this program, and this is one of a 7-part series of Color My Credit, my budget, my taxes, my insurance, my home mortgage, you know, legacy, and retirement. I think that's the one I said. But these 7 areas that have complicated financial documents that nobody understands, and we really take the same method, which I patented, you know, which is, you know, taking it into a visual place, into a colorful place, into an understandable. You know, 70% of the country is visual learners. Like give us something that draws us in, literally, you know, that makes us want to look at it.
And just stepping outside and looking at it from an entrepreneurial point of view and a marketing point of view exclusively, and when I see where you triangulate the idea of giving something away for free so that they can come back to your end game,
the value,
I'm going to give you a mortgage if you take these steps and if you take my course, you will have a much better chance of being.
It'll make you set apart from the competition.
Right, and that's what you've done. Right? And that is
well, and it's a really neat thing to be able to collaborate with other companies. I've had everybody from like bankruptcy attorneys, I've had divorce attorneys, I've had CPAs that have called me and said, "Can I promote your business as a value add for my business? Can I say I care enough about my clients? I want the aftercare after you're done with your bankruptcy to reestablish credit. Go over here. Here's your little VIP pass. Go take care of her." And they market me.
Are you going to take this national?
Yeah, I do have colormycredit.com, and it's on Facebook as the Facebook page is building. We're doing webinars. We're starting a podcast. This is all started May 1, so it's just been like we have a big event October 1. It might be at the Tempe Improv. We're working on the exact venue, but what it is it's going to be a day-long event. You could bring your family, friends, anybody to learn these Color My Credit workshop, and then also the 6 areas, the breakouts of budget, taxes, and getting the insider secrets from professionals locally in that area. A day long of being able to ask whatever you want and not worrying about the shame or anything else. It's just go back to kindergarten. Let's get back to basics.
Right. This will be great for somebody who just graduates from college.
Absolutely. Like, parents, take your kids, come out to the expo for
Before
and
you
it'll be
start-
fun. I promise I'll make it fun.
Before
'Cause
you
I don't do
start-
boring well.
Before you start making all these mistakes
Yeah.
that I already had
Like,
to
can
make.
we stop now?
Right.
Yeah.
Why don't you
Best
start
thing you could hand to them and say, here, like, let's do it the right way. Save yourself from being 40 and saying, gosh, dang it, why didn't I start when I was 20? Why didn't I put $100 into my, into a retirement account? Why didn't I do this one small move? I mean, I'm telling you, do you have time for just a quick little fun story? I mean, this will illustrate it.
Uh-huh.
I got a little story about this guy, Joe and Julie. Okay, so Joe and Julie, same college, same family. They came from the same background. They have the same credit cards, but Joe and Julie both use the entire amount that's available on their credit card every month. It's like $500 limit. They use the whole thing. Julie pays it when the bill comes. Joe knows better, and he knows that the credit card company only reports once a month. And so if he doesn't pay the balance down before the date they report to the bureau, he doesn't get credit for that balance to limit, the ratio of what the limit is to the card to what the balance is in the card.
Right.
That's 30% of your score right there. So he ends up getting a 720 credit score, and she's got a 620 credit score. 100-point difference, okay? This is a specific clients I have. So these two people, they go out, they buy a $200,000 house, but with his credit score being 720 and hers was 620, she gets a 30-year fixed and he gets a 15-year fixed, and on a $200,000 loan, it's $148 difference in the monthly payment.
The rates are stupid right now.
It's the rates and the mortgage insurance.
And the mortgage insurance, right.
If you have a credit score below 740, you should look at a 15-year, because they don't give you a higher rate based on your credit score. 30-year fixed do. Okay, so when you look at a 30-year fixed and a low credit score, and a high credit score and a 15-year fixed right next to each other, $150 difference.
You like talking about this, don't you?
I like it. Can you tell my passion? I'm like, do this! Because after 5 years of owning that house, the guy who has the 15-year loan versus the lady who did the 30-year, after 5 years in that house, the guy with the 15-year fixed has $45,000 more equity. Okay, he owes $135, she owes $175. Why would you not do that one little fix? Just change the date. I'm going to talk to you until you're. I'm just kidding.
This is your show, man. I mean,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I get a little excited. People are like, oh,
no. But this is the passion that you need to convey to people. You have to come to this.
Listen to me. Don't go pay all this money to credit repair. Like, this is free.
Alisa Glutz, man. You're going to have to come back and be a little bit more passionate. I think
I'll
we're
try
going to have
to be more open. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We didn't quite get your enthusiasm and passion in the first run.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming and tell us all about Color My Credit.
Yes.
Next, by the way, next
October 1 and July 7th is the one in my office in Scottsdale. So they can go to colormycredit.com and see all that.
You're a power to me right now. I can just feel the energy and the dress and the whole package.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
With that, you want to say that for me? This is a 300th episode.
The 300th. This was the 300th episode.
Well, we're in the week of the 300th episode.
We're in the week of the 300th.
You're probably like 305 or something like that.
Number 305 of Entrepreneurs on Fuego.
We're out.
We're out. We're out. Cut it out.